Chicago Sky vs Minnesota Lynx. Injury report, starting 5, prediction, and more on WNBA preview. The Chicago Sky needs a real revolution. The team has been struggling through the last couple of seasons, and while GM Jeff Pagliacca tried to bring in a win-now culture, they have largely failed in doing that so far, winning only 7 games. They had that one bright spark in that win against the Minnesota Lynx, but other than that, it has been a pretty flat season. Angel Reese and company returned to their old ways in the rematch and continued that against the Atlanta Dream. They sunk with a 14-year low points tally of 49, just one more than their all-time lowest score. Granted, they were without Reese and Ariel Atkins, but this game just showed that they cannot perform without those two. Angel Reese will be back for their upcoming game against the Lynx, as she was active in the All-Star game. The All-Star game saw Reese pull up and play 17 minutes while scoring 6 points and grabbing 9 rebounds. On the other hand, the Minnesota Lynx dismantled the Phoenix Mercury, 79-66, after beating the Sky in a rematch and proved that the loss against the Sky was just a one-off. Lynx All-Stars Courtney Williams and Napheesa Collier combined for 22 points and 12 rebounds. Williams also added 5 assists, and Jessica Shepard had a team-high 8 rebounds. The Lynx look impenetrable, while the Sky look shaky going into their third game in a very short time. Let's look at their fit rosters going into the game. For the Chicago Sky, Ariel Atkins went down with an ankle injury in that loss against the Minnesota Lynx and did not return. She missed their next match against the Atlanta Dream, and there is still no update on the severity of her injury. She remains listed as day-to-day, but the All-Star break must have done her well. On the Lynx's side, there are no new injuries as Carly Samuelson remains out after that season-ending foot injury. Chicago Sky vs Minnesota Lynx, match preview and prediction. These two teams have pretty much gotten used to each other by now. Their 2 games unexpectedly saw 2 different results, and Sky showed that on their day, they can beat anyone. In their win, the Sky dominated the boards, winning that battle 45-28. Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso were the Twin Towers, as they were initially predicted to be. The Lynx looked tired and on the brink of a fall-off mid-season. But that loss only sparked their competitive spirit. They came back with a commanding 91-78 win in their next game. On the boards, they tackled that problem head-on, with a 34-34 stat line in this matchup. The Sky will have their hands full defending the perimeter, as Napheesa Collier stands out as the league's premier two-way force. She's averaging an impressive 23.2 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game while connecting on 34.2% of her shots from beyond the arc, a combination that makes her especially difficult to contain. The Sky are the 3rd worst in the league in defending from the perimeter, conceding at the rate of 38%. The Chicago Sky will continue pressing on the boards as the Lynx are still shaky there. Angel Reese is set to return for the Chicago Sky, providing a major boost as she reunites with center Camila Cardoso. Their pairing could prove pivotal for improving upon the Sky's previous performance against the Atlanta Dream. Ariel Atkins' presence will affect how the Sky approaches their strategy in this game. If she is out, then inside scoring will still be the way to go. If she is there, then she, along with Rachel Benham, could provide a viable outside threat. The Lynx enter as clear favorites, boasting an 85.5% chance to win according to ESPN's predictor. But the Sky have already stolen a win from Minnesota this season and nearly pulled off another upset. While the Lynx looked shaky before the All-Star break, their experience and championship hunger make them a dangerous opponent down the stretch. Don't count Chicago out, but Minnesota has its sights firmly set on the title.